Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of We're Not Sure What to Call This, so we're just going to stick it in the franchise review section. I'm your host and I'm your friendly neighborhood host and sometimes referee, Zach Stat Pearson. And today I'm joined by the MVC veteran whose beard is without equal, a one Angry Bird.
Yo. Skaka.
And of course, here comes a new challenger and technically an old school veteran himself. One of the original members of the podcast, but been missing since year one. But hey, life is life. A one Lord Zenkai.
What's up?
All right, Zenkai, why don't you give us a little bit of your history on crossover games? Tell us what got you into them and why you like playing them, as well as, tell them who you are. Besides a professional Schwarzenegger impersonator. Not letting that go.
I started playing games with friends back in a kid. I've been playing games ever since. Once to start playing whatever I can get my hands on to. So it's whatever sounds interesting. So crossover games are always here and there. I mean, there's always Street Fighter with everything else, and they're always crossing with some other people with Capcom. So, which I wish they make a third Snake versus Capcom. Dreams are dreams.
Well, to be fair, I mean, the likelihood is bigger than it's been in the past decade, so.
Yeah, sadly. But no, I just started from just playing all those games, and well, once I get to it, I just want to play games. That's all.
Cool.
Sadly.
All right. Just so you know, Sean, if you stay in general chat and you set it to texting page, you will see the MVC topics, so that way you don't have to worry about getting lost. And make sure your phone or whatever you're using is set to silent and or vibrate, so we don't pick up background noise. And like I said, as long as you talk up, it'll be easier for me to deal with the audio later. All right, I'm gonna. Oh shit! Did your phone just vibrate?
I set it to silent.
Okay, I was about to say, like, the fuck, did he drop his phone? All right, I'm gonna start this party off. Then Angry is going to back me up. I'm sorry. Then you'll back me up, and then Angry will bring us home. All right, so the talking points are: what features do you think they should bring back and why? Should story mode return, even though in every title after one it gets warped or remains incomplete? What should be removed or fixed in the current format of MVC? How would you fix it, basically? What characters should be brought back? What characters should be updated? Who should be removed? What should the final roster number when the next game is completed? Or what should the final roster number be when the next game is completed? Sorry. And should it stay 2v2 or go back to 3v3 or do something else you think is unique and blah, blah, blah. All right, so I'm going to set my shit to voice activity real quick because I don't want to get my hand cramped up while talking and holding down the button. Give me a second.
Pussy.
Hey, look, it's Corona season. Fuck y'all. It's Corona season. I need to keep my right hand safe.
You about to beat the shit out your dick, huh?
I mean, I was trying to be subtle with it.
You ain't gotta be subtle with it, boy.
Yeah, well, Fistina gets a little embarrassed. I digress. Okay, so as far as features I think they should bring back, I'm gonna just go ahead and put my table and say, I'm not really sure. The ability to actually roll off the fucking ground. How about that? God damn it! The fuck?
I don't know.
It's like literally Capcom got allergic to defensive options after MVC2. I don't understand a lot. It's ironic that the most buggy and unbalanced game of all of the Marvel vs. Capcom, or really just the crossover games, and the one that's the worst offender is the last time we got good defensive options. Okay, look, they wanted to add the ability to pick up a combo after you slam somebody on the ground. Okay, It looks fucking weird, and it feels very illogical, even for their fighting game system and engine. But okay, I get it. There can be some merits to it, especially if you scale the damaging right, and you know, automatic recovery kicks in, so people don't just literally, oh, here's a light punch. You got hit by a light punch? Okay, fuck your life points. But they took out the ground roll. It gave you option select when getting up. You press quarter circle going forward. So you start back, you go down, then you get to the forward right when your character is about to hit the ground, and they'll become invulnerable, do a rolling maneuver, and get to the other side of the screen or maybe the character. But you could also not do this, and your opponent can land next to you, and they could try some bullshit right when you wake up. So you're basically pinned down. There were ways to do this shit, and they just say, you know what? Nah, fuck it. When was the last time we did air recovery? 1998? Ew, that's so old school. Fuck it. We'll just let people literally beat each other to death with just being hit by a light punch. I've seen it on YouTube. There are videos in every version and every patch of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where someone can literally just do the equivalent of a light punch move or light attack button move and hit the X factor, whatever character you got, dead. Maybe not Thor, maybe not Hulk, but everybody else. Fucking hate that shit. Also, really strange, illogical one. Flyers can fly. Flyers can block. Flyers can block in the air. But if a flyer turns on flight mode, they can't block anymore at all. How the fuck does that logic? Morgan just decided, you know what? I want this proton cannon / adamantium claws to give me a chest massage real quick. So I'm gonna just go ahead and fly and stand perfectly still and let you mollywop my ass. Yes, that's right. I said mollywop. Bringing back old school shit. That gets on my nerves because there is no logic behind it. They already try to clean up, patch, and nerf all of the things in MVC3 when they got to Ultimate. I'm not sure why they didn't put the ability to use X Factor in the air of all things, in base Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but they carried it over to Ultimate. They put it in Ultimate, which, hey, I'm cool with that. So, here's the thing.
DMC.
Exactly. So, here's the thing. They shortened the time. They cut it in half. You could originally fly when you activated flight modes for the flight characters for about 8 seconds, maybe 10. They cut it down to 4 or barely even 3 because they realized what was going on. People were extending combos to the point where, without even having 1 meter, they could build enough. They could do enough damage to build the meter to do a super combo, and they could take over 60 or 70% of that health bar with very little effort for most of the flyers. I get that. But then you forget to allow them to fucking block? Oh my God. That gets on my nerves. Another feature they need to bring back as a standard ability, not just some gym bullshit. In Marvel vs. Capcom 1, you could spend up, I think it was 2 or 3 super meters, and you could have one character on the left side of the screen and one character on the right on your team, and you can control them at the same time. Basically, Morgan's dream illusion or darkness illusion, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure the name of that super. But Morgan's move, but everyone could do it. And if you did it with Morgan, shit, that's 4 people. And it's scary. I want that. I want that back as an actual feature. I get that it would be harder to manage or do if you got 3-on-3 situations. But all they have to do is give the people the ability to option select which one character from their team if you got 3 people. Once they do the move or initiate the move, that's it. I would love that. And that's basically it for me. Other than that, I want them to bring back the illogical jazz tracks that do not fit a crossover game for any reason. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a jazz man. Practically the only time I listen to jazz is when I'm playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. But it got ingrained into us. It got into the aesthetic of how we view the Marvel vs. Capcom games just because it was there for so long. Remember, from 2 to 3 with MVC, that's 2000 to 2008. It's 8 years. So for 8 years, we were hearing jazz. I'm cool with it coming back. It don't have to be the whole soundtrack. Don't make it people's theme songs and shit. But hey, I don't mind hearing it again. Now for part 2, story mode. Look, I know a lot of people say, well, story modes aren't important for fighting games. Like, first off, anything that a developer, director, designer agree upon and put into a video game, anything that people like and there's a reason people buy your product and the team wanted to do, it does have an importance. If you want to play a fighting game that's nothing but arcade mode and then go to online and training mode, nothing else, fine, fuck you. Go play old school Street Fighter V, remove all the patches from it. Because I remember a lot of people bitching about that being the only things you can do in a fighting game. A video game, not a fighting game, is just like any other game. You have to have things in it that interest people. For fighting games, being bare bones lowers people's interest. Fighting online, not everybody's going to do that. Building up a scene can happen. Or you can just have people who have an interest in it, aren't going to participate, but go watch the matches because they like the game. So that whole argument is bullshit. Also, if it wasn't for Capcom, literally every time after Marvel vs. Capcom 1, we would have a story mode before we got to 4, aka Infinite, aka God, this is depressing. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had a story, but licenses weren't going to get renewed, so they said, hey, fuck it, send out what you got. MVC 3, the earthquake in Japan happened. Capcom didn't want to wait, so all those little trailers that didn't even have voices to them, yeah, those were going to be cutscenes that go to this game's story mode. The director even said, we're finally going to be able to do story mode. Then he had to come out and apologize because Capcom said release it anyway and told us that's what those scenes were going to go for. That's what they were for. Infinite. Yeah, it's got a story mode. But it feels like it was written by some Saturday morning people. It feels like Disney had a hand in that story mode because even the Capcom characters don't inherently act like they're supposed to. King Arthur, or Knight Arthur, whatever his title is, if he saw Morgan walking down the street, he would have slaughtered the ever-living shit out of her on sight. He is the original demon killer king of Capcom. In fact, Project X Zone, mind you, it takes the characters out of their continuity, then puts them back in it and alters their memory so they don't know that they went through the Project X Zone crossover RPG shit. When Dante sees him, he turned into a fucking fangirl. He was like, oh shit, you invented my craft. Dude, you're a legend where I'm from. Because he knows who Arthur is, the original killer and ganker of demons, putting supernatural to shame and shit. Turning Winchesters into bitches. And he goes up in a cutscene to Morgan and says, stay in the background or stay behind us. We'll protect you, Morgan. A fair lady shouldn't have to deal with this. And Morgan basically says the video game equivalent of, bitch, I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man to help / save me. She says something like, get with the times, Arthur. I don't need you to help me or save me. I'm like, no. That's not what would happen. They should be pulling Arthur off of Morgan right now. And then the obsession she has with Ghost Rider makes no sense. Ghost Rider is the spirit of vengeance. He is a ghost form of vengeance. His job is to punish the wicked. He is compelled to punish the wicked. Morgan eats and absorbs men. She should be trying to run from him. He is an apex predator. She is a snack. And no, not in that good way. And here I am just watching her basically try to suck the marrow off his bony dick. And I'm just thinking, who the fuck wrote this shit? So yeah, tangent over. Story mode is important, and the developers and designers always want to complete it and get it out, but they keep getting interrupted by unforeseen events or corporate management fucking shit up. I want them to have story mode just because they deserve it, and you know the fans want it. I really want to see what happens when Beautiful Joe decides he just wants to join the X-Men. That's gonna be funny as shit. Cause they're like, who is this little? I swear to God, I think Storm or Cyclops will say, I could have sworn the Power Rangers were taller. Just so many random thoughts and one-liners that can go down. Oh my God. And no, the funniest thing we got was when Spider-Man said, there's something sinister, disgusting, coming. You want to turn off vibration? And then he opens the door and it's Frank West. And I'm just like, I hope that's not the only funny thing that happens in this whole fucking game. I was right. Now for part 3, what should be removed or fixed in the current format of Marvel's Capcom? Okay, first off, give us the option to go between 2v2 and 3v3. I know that kind of sort of ties into part 8, but hey, we ain't there yet. And another thing that should be removed, character clones. Look, I don't know how many people say the words Hadoken. I don't know how many people say the word Shoryuken, but let me tell you, there should only be 2 at a time in Marvel versus Capcom. Do you want Super Smash Brothers bloat? Do you want MVC2 bloat? No, you don't. Because then they can take those slots, put other motherfuckers in there, or keep the roster manageable. I'm perfectly fine with that. Fuck. Also, look, they can keep the gyms. I don't care. But they need to change how the gyms function. Or at least the reality gym, because that one is just dumb. Space Gym, yeah, they need to overhaul Space Gym. Space Gym should have a teleporting function or something. Because I've seen people use the Space Gym against them and then come back from it. So automatically it's not doing its job. It makes some people more deadly and dangerous when they're contained. Nah, bruh. Nah. You basically can only pull off Space Gym after you hit somebody and activate it, but they're in the middle of a combo and now they can't be juggled. Oh, they can be juggled, but they themselves can't go up and down. So the minute your combo is over, if you didn't kill them on the spot, they could do a move where they have invulnerability or it'll clash with what you do. So you can only hit them in between frames of activation, draining out your gauge, or they can keep doing advancing guard, which pushes your character back. Spaceship needs an overhaul. However, still give us the option to go back to a more classic format, or give us the option to do something else with our super combo gauge, like with Capcom versus SNK 2. There were like 3 or 4 different kinds of super combo. No, there were 6. 6 super combo gauges, and then the 7th was your ability to make a custom gauge. That shit is cool. When they first announced MVC3, I know a lot of people were just imagining, including me, of Capcom versus SNK 2 style gauges in a Marvel vs. Capcom game. That way it's fair and not fair at the same time. But no, we got the shaft. No homo. Because I know your motherfucking ass is gonna say something. Now, as far as part 4, what character should be brought back? Well, yeah, man, that's really hard. I don't know who can. X-Men. Go get the X-Men. You can keep Bone Claw Wolverine on the sidelines. No one really knows why the fuck he even exists. But the X-Men. Gambit is one of the funnest and most interesting characters in all of the crossover fighters, but he's never been in a 3D game. And there is no excuse not to get him. They only had to go through Channing Tatum to get Gambit, damn it. Does anybody really think Channing Tatum is gonna say no? Also, let's not forget, Channing Tatum playing Gambit was just, it shouldn't be a thing. I'm glad it's not anymore. I don't hate the guy. I'm not going to sit up here and say I have any problem with his acting career. He seems like an okay person. He's rich and he's got muscles. I don't think he's really trying to wake up in the morning and ruin people's lives. He's got too much shit going for him. But Channing Tatum has no business trying to be Gambit. Period. It's fucking weird. Also, last I checked, dude is really short. Like, I think Channing Tatum is like 5'7". Anyways, Iceman, because they never truly fix Iceman or patch Iceman. All they do it or add to him, and his kit is small, but he's annoying. Iceman is basically cherry-picked from the original X-Men Children of the Atom game, and they just carry his sprites over to the next game. He didn't receive any type of modifications. Storm, because, dude, it's fucking Storm. That's all I'm gonna say. Wolverine, again, don't need to say shit else. And if they really want to spice it up, bro, you can do alternate dimension versions of these characters, damn it. They don't have to be 616 compliant or 616 adjacent if you really stop and think about it. They can go get insane Wolverine who can't even rationalize as a human being if they wanted to. They can go and get fucking Storm from the Apocalypse future where she always has that mohawk instead of just making it an outfit. There's so many things you can do. So many things. It's another one to come back. Cyclops, but if they bring him back, I swear to God, they better nerf him. They better do something with him because I am not dealing with that optic blast bullshit anymore. I'm tired of it. It's too broken. Fix your shit.
Optic blast.
No. It's the one where he can do it as a super combo, but if you're in the air and he's on the ground, he can continue a combo after that just because of the fact that it doesn't cause a really, really strong knockback. And the game's built-in recovery or automatic spin out, that move doesn't set it off. It's fucking annoying. Also, I'm still not sure how the fuck he's got a triple Shoryuken. Someone explain that shit to me.
It's
Yeah. Fuck you. Hell nah, you wrong. Anyways. They should all be brought back. X-23 shouldn't have even left. She just got here. Like, X-23 is the proper way to do a character copy. She has the claws of Wolverine, but her fighting style is completely different. And she's just a joy to watch. That's it. Once the claws come out, that's the only thing they have in common. She's even faster than Wolverine, too. She's a rushdown character, but she can also play keep away, like a zoner, even though she can't zone. They did everything right, as far as I'm concerned, with X-23. I wouldn't even really change her moveset when she gets to the next game. If anything, I would just make it so her old moves don't leave her as vulnerable, like that weird Shoryuken kick she has. Every version, she's a little bit too unsafe. Like, she's too unsafe for too long. You know? Crimson Viper, because they didn't get to properly flush her out. And even though she had those weird cancel techniques and abilities, which made her fun to use, hard to master, I want to see her come back. Also, her skin tone was really fucking weird. Like, she was never the right color in MVC3. Like, for some reason, her skin tone is inhuman colors, intense, in every color of her character except for like 2. That's obviously an oversight, but still. Ugh. Hey, look, I'm done with Magneto. Go get his daughter. You know, not Wanda. Well, yeah, you could add Wanda, but Magneto has 2 daughters, which people keep forgetting, and the second daughter has an ability where she controls electromagnetism. Not electromagnetism, where she can manipulate gravity, while her father can manipulate electromagnetism. Just drop Magneto, because if you make his kit different, people are gonna be mad. If you make his kit the same, people are gonna be mad. If you keep him out the game, people are gonna be mad. But guess what? They've had years to deal with him being gone from the game at this point. So, hey, if you make something play similar but is balanced, I'm cool with that. Personally, I think it would be really easy to make Thanos play like Magneto on some level. If he had some level of access to the Infinity Gauntlet, but don't give him all the gems. Just say he inherently has built in the space gem, so now he can teleport, blah, 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 blah. And they should. Oh no, they already removed a bunch of the Shotos, so I can't even bring that. Other things they should remove is they should remove how the gyms work, and they should change how the gyms work again. Keep what you got so far, but don't make them play exactly like Infinite if you bring the gyms back. Let Time Gym be a combo ender, and it makes the enemy move slow. They can't defend themselves, and you can just get some free extra damage before time kicks back in. The teleportability, give that to the Space Gym. Every time I see the teleport, I'm like, why is this here? Why doesn't this go to the Space Gym? Fix your gyms, Capcom. And yes, I said gyms because that's what the fuck they're called. This stone shit is just from the Marvel movies because someone wasn't paying attention. They didn't even get the colors to the space and the power gym correct. Anyways. What character should be brought back? Well, I kind of already said it for the most part. So, other than those X-Men and shit, like, oh yeah, Jin. Jin needs to come back. Jin has been in more crossover games than he's been in actual Capcom games, and he's a character who has the unique ability to be unique in a game where everybody is pretty much playing with one set. There are only 5 characters who inherently have unique options built into their kit that make them stand out in the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Crimson Viper, Zero Suit Jill, who's only in MVC 3, not the original Jill Valentine, and Jin numbers among them because he doesn't do long combo strings. I'm going to hit you once, and then my second or third hit is going to knock your ass across the screen. Whether it's on the ground or in the air, your ass going to get the fuck away from me. I'm the reverse zoning character. I don't hit you from afar only. I put you afar. And he was easy to learn, easy to master, and he could do stupid damage for little effort. And a lot of people didn't inherently like that, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's Jin. He's not designed to be like other characters, and that's what made him cool. Even though he explodes down into a little fucking Japanese bikini thing, which was fucking weird. He was still one of the most gangster and coolest, but also funny characters in the entire franchise. And he could put up some work. He could do some damage. You pull Jin out, let him do 2 combos on you. They probably won't be longer than 4 hits. And there go half your fucking life points. You better pray he don't got super meter. So other than the X-Men, definitely Psylocke, because Psylocke's going through a transitional page. She's not Asian anymore because she wasn't supposed to be Asian in the beginning. She's back to being a British woman. Oh yeah. Now he didn't count as a character. He was counted as an assist, but I want to be brought back as a character. I want Shadow Nash or Shadow Charlie, which is Charlie when he was doing covert operations after everyone thought he was dead. Or really, you could just say, go take Street Fighter V Charlie, put him in the game. Get rid of that damn green hand shit. It's creeping me out. I want him back. Don't make him a charge character, though, because we've all learned charge characters in Marvel vs. Capcom is just like saying, hi, I want to get my ass beat. Now, as for what character should already be updated, first off, I implied him already. Iceman needs an update. Drastically, he needs an update. Storm could do for an update because she was basically a one-to-one of her old self. Phoenix needs an update because she couldn't function correctly. Because when people saw her, they killed her immediately. She had half the life points of the regular cast. Strider needs an update just because, hey, I want to see more new moves. He had a game come out in 2013, and pretty much none of his kit is based off of that. And if you remember, his design in-game for MVC 4 doesn't even take into account the game that happened in 2013. Ryu needs an update because I'm tired of him being generic Ryu in one game, then a super mode Ryu in another game, and then, oh no, we're taking that shit out. Oh no, we're going to do an expansion. Yeah, let's put that shit back in. Stop it. Just make a Ryu that has an upgraded kit. Okay? Fuck the bullshit. Crimson Viper, I feel like they need to slightly modify her ability to use focus cancel and focus attacks. But other than that, I don't want to change her so much as want to see her come back again. And X. Oh my God, X. Capcom, you had one job with X. Make him shoot beams and shit from afar. There was no thought in anyone's head that said, you know what? X probably isn't going to be a zoner. And you give him all of the special moves that ain't worth shit. And here's Zero using an updated kit from basically X5 all the way to X8, but for X, nah, fuck it, let's go make him X1. Are you shitting me? Oh, but wait, we'll give him Nova armor in a special. But he doesn't even have any abilities from the game where Nova armor first shows up. God. Why can he slide? He doesn't slide. X dashes. Zero dashes. Mega Man slides. What the fuck, Capcom? Who made this character? Do they have brain damage? Rant over. I'm sorry. Everyone was looking forward to X, and they shitted on X. He deserves to be in the next game just because they need to fix him. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
Thank you. Now, as far as who should be removed, well, again, I already implied in previous answers, we should not have Shoto clone overload. They got it right with 4, in a sense, but let's be honest, it was just because they wanted to DLC everybody the fuck out of that game. But then Marvel wanted to pull a Marvel and fucked everything up. Oh, I'm sorry, Disney wanted to pull a Disney and fucked everything up. I swear, there used to be somebody who was Kathleen Kennedy in the Marvel games. Somebody behind the scenes was pulling some Kathleen Kennedy shit. No. Were they in a cinematic movie? Okay, well, don't use them. Fuck off with those characters. Like, bitch. No. Oh my God.
You sound like you have fond memory.
I feel like that parent watching their kids fuck up on a sports team, even though everyone was winning, and the kids just sitting there looking at, look at me, daddy, I made it, I'm doing it. Don't realize he's being an idiot and he's losing the game for everyone, even though everyone else is winning and shit. That's what I feel like when I look at the whole entire situation of MVC4. They could have done everything right. Everything. But someone called them up and said, hi, I'm Kathleen Kennedy's personal assistant. Yeah, fuck everything y'all got. Dude, they could have had a guest character that could have been a Jedi. Can you imagine a Jedi in Marvel vs. Capcom? It could have been Luke, and then Kathleen would have made some calls and probably said, hey, go put in Finn. You know, there's not enough minorities in Marvel vs. Capcom.
They would have tried that bullshit. I guarantee they would have tried that shit. I would have been pissed.
Dude,
Apparently
yes.
they hate Luke anyway.
Dude, I don't even watch Star Wars movies, and I know Luke is supposed to be the shit. Luke is the shit. He's one of the most popular characters for decades. But I know if Kathleen Kennedy had any involvement with Marvel vs. Capcom, she would have probably said, oh, you know what? Go get a girl version of Finn or go get Finn. Can Finn use telekinesis? Can Finn jump 20, 30 feet in the air? Can Finn do kung fu lightsaber shit?
They wouldn't even put Finn in the game. They would just say, fuck it, put in a stormtrooper.
Oh, no. That's too much white. Hey, get one of those black colored stormtroopers and make it a female. Yeah, I swear to God. Oh, my God.
They want to fuck everybody. So, of course, they're going to be like, look, we're not going to put in Finn. We're not going to put in Rey. We're not going to put in all these people. You know what? Let's just put in a stormtrooper. I guarantee you they will pull some fuck shit like that just to fuck with them.
And then Darth Vader will be in the background doing absolutely nothing, like, why the fuck am I not playable? I wouldn't care if they got Darth Maul. Darth Maul looks like he came out of Satan's asshole. But Darth Maul...
That's a perfect character.
He has a two-sided fucking lightsaber. Nobody in Marvel vs. Capcom history, except for Psylocke, Silver Samurai, fucking Gambit, and Spiral use close-range weaponry. Everybody else got a fucking gun, or they can just make beam blasts. And in MVCI, the only motherfucker who got a weapon is Gamora and Zero. Everybody else, long-range shit. Oh, wait. Well, Frank West pulls out random weapons based on what level. You shut the fuck up about Frank West. Matter of fact, I'm adding that to my remove list. Fuck you, Frank West. I want somebody else.
No, fuck Frank West.
You can have Dead Rising representation. I'm cool with that, just not Frank West. They keep changing them every game. That is so annoying that they can't decide how Frank should play in every single game. Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Frank West plays nothing like MVC3 Frank West. MVC3 Frank West has a different loadout and playstyle than MVC4 Frank West. He even has different supers in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. That's my problem. Everybody else, well, they have to make the staples play like the staples. No, they don't. They can experiment with it. When have you seen any of the Street Fighter characters play like they play in Marvel vs. Capcom in a Street Fighter game? Never. Fuck out of here. But Frank changes every game. It's fucking annoying. Anyways, okay. Part 7. What should the final roster number in the next game be when the game is completed? I want to say, bring us back to the old school days, 52 or 50. I want that because that's manageable. You have 25 Marvel, 25 Capcom. And you know, if you play video games at all in the past 10 years, 20 years, even if this is your first Marvel game, you should be able to point out at least 6 characters you want to play. Make it easy for the newcomers so they don't feel overwhelmed. They need to be able to look at this game and have fun, regardless of online play. That's how I feel. Also, I know DLC is a factor. There should only be, I want to say, 5 DLC characters. So that means, or 10, 5 or 10. That means when you unlock everything, base game, you should have 42 characters or you should have 47 characters. DLC 10, because first off, we all know that if you let Capcom milk that ass, they will not stop until the udders on that cow look like fucking raisins. They will not stop until they look like a porn star after a fucking orgy if you do not rein them in. Smash Bros is cool, but let's be honest, if they didn't bring back everyone, no one would even feel like the menu is even bloated. But when this is done, you realize Smash Bros is going to have damn near, I think, 80 characters? 82 or 84 characters?
And every Fire Emblem character.
Don't get me started on that shit. I was more than salty. I was more
Just
than
smash
fucking salty.
the Fire Emblem 3 houses.
If you typed in the word hose mad, when that shit came out, I swear to God, you're going to see Byleth like 10 times. I was sitting there looking at the shit like, that music sounds familiar.
I never cared.
They better not put Byleth in it. I swear to God, they better not put another Fire Emblem. Join Smash! No, the fuck they didn't do. I literally put the shit on mute. And I just watched it with no subtitles. And I'm just like, they actually fucking did this shit. Those bastards actually did this shit. These motherfuckers came into my house, broke down the door, slapped me in the face, pulled my pants down, and grabbed my dick and said, "You don't own this anymore. This is mine, bitch." And they put it in their purse and mailed that shit to Sakurai. Right. I'm just sitting here.
No.
You really think that's not even the part that really pisses me off? The sad part is I bought the character. That's the real sad part. I feel like I betrayed somebody. Myself, maybe? Fucking God, I feel.
It's almost like you bought that first prostitute.
Wow. That's an interesting analogy. I'm not going to comment on how you came to that conclusion, but that's how I feel it should be. We all know that they pick their characters for the base roster before the game comes out. But the minute the game comes out, or even if, it's being mass produced to meet their release date, we all fucking know they're going to start working on DLC characters damn near immediately. I'm okay with that. Just make sure they don't suck. All right. My griping is over. Let me record this audio for posterity's sake, and then I'm going to turn the recorder back on, and then Angry, you can go next.
My homeboys going next.
Who do y'all want to go next? God damn it. All right, and it's time for our next guest. This time we have, well, for lack of a better term, an oldie but a goodie, and also just an OG homie. I'm bringing back Alt Thesis for you guys who didn't make the grade on the paper, and of course, the original juggernaut himself, Reggie. Now, as you guys are well aware, this is basically what would you change / what needs to be taken out, removed, yada yada for Marvel vs. Capcom or crossover Capcom games in general that involve fighting. But let me ask you something, Alt Thesis. What got you into these types of fighting games, and what's the appeal for you?
Well, I was just a fighting game fan. I mean, I liked 2D beat 'em ups and other games like that, but fighting games is what really was great to me. Being able to learn moves, sets, and beating the crap out of people was pretty good for the time period. And the first couple fighting games that I had was the Street Fighter was Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers, but I did play the original Street Fighter once and then the various versions of Street Fighter 2, but I didn't own the new challengers until much later. Then I also had Mortal Kombat 2 for the 32X, and then I also had Killer Instinct. So those were the 3 fighting games that got me started into the genre. Then Tekken came into my life, and that became my obsession. Now, I pretty much stayed in check with the Street Fighter variants, King of Fighters, games like that. But I played the original Marvel vs. Capcom on PlayStation 1, and I thought that it was a really cool concept. What pulled me in was seeing Ryu transform into basically Akuma and Ken, and I thought that was one of the coolest things I had saw.
Swear to God,
because that
keeps bringing that up. No, it's just everyone keeps bringing that up. I'm not even mad, but apparently that's actually a big draw for people.
It was the move sets, because you can go from Ryu's basic 3-set move set to Akuma's set or Ken's. So you had so much variety. And because I played Darkstalkers as well, you had a couple Darkstalkers characters in Marvel vs. Capcom as well. So then I played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on the arcade, and I wasn't very good at it competitively, but but you know what? It was an enjoyable game. Being able to pull off a 90 combo infinite was really cool.
That word's going to be used a lot. Infinite.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get to that because I hear that Infinite really screwed the series.
You haven't played it?
Didn't get a chance to play it, though. But just some of the mechanics that I read from playing the other Marvel vs. Capcom games were kind of on the clunky side. Like, I didn't mind that they went to the 2x2 format, but one of the things that I did mind was the controls weren't there. And I guess the art didn't really look that appealing. And it seemed to me that Infinite was more focused on selling a story as opposed to selling what was really familiar for fans of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Now, from what I saw competitively, the Infinity Stones were fun. The addition of Infinity Stones and moves like that were really, really fun, and I think that's a good point, but there were less characters than usual. There were some other parts of the game that looked unfinished and very clunky, so I really think that the first thing they would do is probably finish the damn game if they're going to release a sequel, because Lord knows they need to. Because to the community, Infinite was not very well received.
Tell you what, I'll let you borrow my copy and/or just give you a torrent to play it on PC. It's actually on PC. PC couldn't save that shit with mods. All right, Reggie, same question for you. You know, what got you into the Marvel vs. Capcom ether of fighting games? Why do you like them? Yada, yada.
All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your friendly neighborhood Reggie.
Stop stealing my shit. Damn.
Okay. What got me into? Let me get that question right. Is you're asking me
What
what
got
got
you
me into
involved, or what?
MVC in specific?
No, Capcom crossover fighting games in general. What was their appeal for you? What got you into liking them and shit?
Okay. What got me in the crossover games in specific was the basic flair, I guess, for lack of a better term. It was just interesting to see the different combinations of people because this was during a time where people swore by Shotos and all that other shit. And I was just like, man, Ken and Ryu and Akuma are nice, but, the Shotos kind of go quiet when, X-Men are around, or so if you want a less lopsided fight when certain Darkstalkers are around and all the other stuff. I just like the idea of so many different combinations of matchups to be explored. And there are some that we haven't even came across yet. Like, for example, out of all the Street Fighters, don't you all find it weird that we've never seen Necro versus Dawson?
Not really.
That's actually a really good point.
No, the one you want to go for is Silver Samurai versus Virgil.
Silver Samurai versus Virgil?
I ain't stutter.
All right. Okay. I'm not touching that one.
They're the there's no Japanese samurai
okay.
in all of Marvel, and here's the most cliche samurai in all of Capcom.
I know. That's why I said I'm not gonna touch your Devil May Cry sword boner. It's okay.
See,
I'm not,
why you gotta go there like that?
You got it, bro. You got it. I was just pointing out, characters that are super, super unique and super, super rare. And I gave a combination, you gave a matchup. I like, cause you guys know my gaming style. I like low tiers because they're requiring more, I guess, brain work.
But right.
It kind of drew me to grapplers and big body characters because it's just interesting to see how the power dynamic and all that good stuff, and just how one has to adjust with this big target on a screen. And it was just interesting to me. So that's what drew me into the crossovers, because I just wanted to see how mentally my skills and adaptation and stuff like that would stack up in non-advantageous situations.
So basically, you're the real low-tier god, except you're not an asshole scumbag.
Well, not to talk about low-tier god, but...
Hey, fuck you. I'm allowed to.
Hey, have at it. That's not my thing. My only, I guess, thing that would even remotely points to beef with him is he doesn't really play low tier, if that's the right term. He doesn't play low tier. He usually surfs around mid tier from the stuff I see online about him.
Okay. Well, with that being said, I'm just going to leave a link to my message to him to you guys for later recounts. But all right, Mr. Thesis, go ahead and knock us out with your answers to all the questions. Just remember, there is no set timeline/time frame. Editing will happen, but what you say won't be edited. They will just be shortened for brevity if they go that long, but realistically speaking, they probably won't. So have at it. Just make sure when you change topics, you always say the name of the topic before you answer it.
Okay. So we're gonna get started with part one. Part one is, what features do you think they should bring back and why? Well, I haven't played in a while, and my knowledge of Infinite was very low. But I think the feature that should come back first is 3v3, because 3v3, even though we know X-Men versus Street Fighter, which is really the first one, and then Marvel versus Capcom 1 were 2x2, and those formats work. The format that really made this a killer at arcades everywhere in colleges and universities, and even arcades and even the competitive scene, was 3x3. So I really think they should bring 3x3 back. And if they have a beef with not wanting to bring it back, let the person choose. Like in King of Fighters, you were able to choose if you wanted 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 3-on-3. So I really think that a return back to that comfortable format would be good. The other thing would be to basically restore the controls back to what they were for MVC2, because although there were complaints at the time period that those controls weren't that easy to get into, if you've ever played a Street Fighter game before in the arcades, it was really like riding a bicycle, for me at least. So I really think that those are the main two things they should focus on bringing back. And lastly, I'm done after this. Larger roster. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had the largest roster of 56 characters, which would have fit into Reggie's point about combinations. And the idea of playing more low-tier players just to see how you could adapt. So I think that a bigger roster would also be good too, because I saw that the roster for 3 was like 36 or 37, and then the roster for Infinite was even lower than that. Even if you include DLCs, it's still lower than what it was at its peak. So those would be the 3 big features. Right. Those would be the features I think you could return back. And I'm done with that question, because that's all I can think of off the top of my head right now. So we're going to move on to part 2. Should story mode return, even though in every title after one it gets warped or remains uncompleted? Nobody's here for the story.
Bullshit.
We weren't here for the story in X-Men vs. Street Fighter, MVC 1, MVC 2, MVC 3, Ultimate MVC 3, MVC 3 Ultimate, SNK versus Capcom Chaos, and Capcom versus SNK, because those were other combination games, just not at the highest tier that Marvel vs. Capcom was at. So I really think that it's cool to have a story, but don't focus so much on the story that you forget about the game. And I think that was the biggest weakness with Ultimate. There was more of a focus on the story, but less about gameplay and mechanics and things like that.
What the fuck? Did we play the same game?
Yes.
Okay, we're going to touch on that later, but continue.
What should be removed or fixed in the current format of MVC? How would you fix Infinite? That's a tough one. I would have to play it again because I only played it like once. So I'm just going to skip that one because I'm not sure. So let's move on to part 4. What characters should be brought back? Now, I pulled up the characters between these games, but I was disappointed that I didn't see Iceman. Did Iceman come back?
No, but everyone wanted him to.
Why is Iceman not there? He's like a foundational character.
And I literally know the answer to the question, and you're not going to like it, but you're going to expect it and probably think typical. All right, so for lack of a better term, there used to be someone in the Marvel licensing department that deals with video games or video game supervision who acts like Kathleen Kennedy. So if it involves something that wasn't in the MCU, fuck it. So because of that, instead of having to go independently through Fox, Universal, and Nah, just those two. Maybe Paramount, Fox, Universal, and Paramount to get established MCU characters. Marvel said, "Don't touch them bitches. If you do, game's off, so to speak. Only use MCU related shit or MCU adjacent shit." And that's how we got fucked with the roster of 4.
That is really disappointing, but unsurprising is you. Okay, some other characters that I want back. I'm looking at these lists right now, and how did they get rid of Ruby Hart?
To be fair, because they didn't think she was important, which is ironic because the Street Fighter team does. Ruby Hart was almost in Street Fighter V, but for no logical reason, she was dropped. The assumption / rumor behind the scenes is that Ruby Hart was going to be in Street Fighter V at some point as a DLC. But when Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite went into production, it was a foregone conclusion she would be playable in that game, either starting roster or DLC. So at some point in time, that game went to shit, but they never picked back up with, her being in Street Fighter V. That's why there's official Street Fighter V concept artwork for her.
Wow, that's messed up because I remember once that Reggie had actually shown me Ruby's Infinite. And it was probably one of the better things I had saw that day. And I'm like, well, why is she gone? I mean, you told me why she's gone, but when I'm looking at these characters and these sets, I'm like, well, if they're not household Capcom names or got fame or have fame, like, okay, I love Zero from the Mega Man X series, but not over Iceman. Not over Iceman. I'm sorry. You can't put him over Iceman, who was one of the most popular characters when MVC was being played in the arcades. I get the reason why, but you can't have Zero there, but you don't have Iceman there.
I like both, and ironically, I like them for completely opposite reasons, and everyone still gives me shit, but that's okay. I still get that W.
Hey, that's fair, but one of the things that I really think they should focus on is bringing back some of these bread and butter characters from MVC2, which is related to Part 5. Once you bring back these characters, give them some updated movesets. Now, I have to ask this question before I continue going on. Now, from what you played on Infinite, where are the movesets with the Capcom and the Marvel characters? Are they updated to the most recent release? Like, do the Capcom characters have moves that are consistent with where they're at in the story, like Street Fighter V and stuff?
It's a yes or no situation. Every character, even if they're returning, has new moves in their list, or they had something completely taken out and replaced, or both. Now, but that's for Marvel and Capcom. So, what are there any specific characters you wanted to know about, or did you just want to know in general?
Well, for example, let's talk about Ryu from the Street Fighter series. Reggie talked about how, yes, he's a popular character, but in formats like these, he ain't shit. And I'm like, well,
no, I'm answering your question specifically for this crossover game. Yeah, he ain't shit because everything that made him special or unique in every previous crossover game is removed. Super Mode Ryu that they added in, Super Ryu that they added in Ultimate at the last minute. Yeah, he's going too. But hey, they finally gave him that.
Because I'm sitting up there like, Ryu mastered the freaking power of nothingness in Street Fighter V. Can we get that in one of these games?
No, you cannot. Oh wait, he already has it. You got nothing.
And that's what I think that they need to focus on with some of these move sets, at least for the Capcom side. For the Marvel side, are they following the most current comic release? Or are they following their more traditional Bronze Age?
You already know they're not. You already know the answer is, if it's not MCU, fuck out of here, unfortunately.
I think that that's a disappointing part of it because while I didn't grow up on MCU, I grew up on the different ages of the characters, and you could see that in their movesets, but you're not seeing it in their movesets now. It's all MCU, which I get that that's marketing and that's Disney money that you have to basically agree with, but as far as someone who's playing the game, I kind of want to see movesets that's consistent with what I read, not what I saw in the movie. This is an easy one. Part 7. What should the final roster number when the next game is completed? At least go for 50. At least go for 50 with some downloadable.
You cut out there. Say it again.
Oh, I'm sorry that I cut out. I said that this is an easy question to answer. Part 7. What should the final roster number be? At least 50. At minimum 45. But between the 45 and 56 range, I think that's good for different types of combinations and different types of competitive play. 30, I think, limits that. This isn't a singles game. And last but not least, should it stay 2 versus 2 or go back to 3 versus 3 or do something else? Like I reiterated for the answer of part 1, the classic format is 3x3, but if 2x2 must be their sticking point, have it as a different mode. Like you can have 2x2 mode and 3x3 mode and just call it a day. After this, I think I'm going to have to play Infinite a little bit just to see what some of the other problems outside of the unfinished feeling I got from it was.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So before we interject some Regginess, yeah, let's go back in there on that story segment. Okay. So, well, for starters, I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you thought they paid attention to the story in MVC3, but then again, in retrospect, not saying that this is an issue, but it's a different country, so it's not your fault. I don't think you remember or were made aware of the earthquake crisis that happened in 2011, are you?
No, I remember that. I was talking about Infinite. 3, I really didn't have much of a problem with. That was more of like a control.
If you meant if you meant Infinite, then okay, then it's a Freudian slip because you said Ultimate.
Ooh. Oh, I meant Infinite. I wasn't thinking about Ultimate. Ultimate, I didn't see a reason why they came out with that one because MVC3 was just fine as a standalone by itself, even though I was kind of iffy on the characters and some other things. But
okay, so long story short, there was always going to be DLC. There was no way in fuck they were going to let that money just fall to the wayside. You know how Capcom is addicted to that shit. Money is Capcom's cocaine. Let's be honest. Now, here's the thing. The earthquake happened around the middle of production cycle. So even though the game was set to be released at a set date, when that earthquake hit, the things that they wanted to get done, that they could have gotten done, they couldn't. So much like Soul Calibur 5, that god-awful piece of shit, the only
that was terrible.
The only stain on that entire fucking franchise other than Ivy's clothing, okay, they pulled exactly what Namco Bandai did. They said, nah, just release the shit anyway. We don't care if it's garbage. Release it anyway. Now, obviously, Marvel wasn't garbage, but it was incomplete from the beginning of publication. It was incomplete. But the original creator had always been trying to put in a story because he likes the idea of the characters interacting. And every time, after Marvel vs. Capcom 1, when they try to put in a detailed story or interlinking story, they don't get to finish it, and maybe you see a piece of it in the credits, or maybe you see pieces of it in the trailer. You remember all those really, really cool trailers we saw of the characters fighting on various locations? Magneto going up against X-23, Wesker, MODOK, all that shit? Yeah, that was supposed to be in story. Those were supposed to be voice acted. Those were actually pieces of the story mode that they didn't get to make because Capcom said, fuck it. Then the licensing expired, and on top of that, the earthquake.
They pulled the Mega Man 6X6, basically.
Damn.
Yikes.
Wow. No one's going to get that reference but me, but good one.
Good call, James.
Yeah, real talk.
Ouch. That sounds like a game that could have been what people were looking for, but there were just so many factors. And when you talk about what happened with that, I'm like, that's basically what happened between X5 and X6. So that's Capcom.
It's the most ironic shit ever. Capcom stopped beating dead horses continuously once they got past the PlayStation 1 era. Not because shit took longer to make, but because advancements can't happen that quickly. But then when it came to Mega Man X, oh, you want to stop at 4? Well, yeah, people are saying 4 is the greatest shit ever. Nah, bro. Nah, we about to pull some Final Fantasy shit. Well, Final Fantasy changes every game. You're not changing shit. You can make them duck, and that is it.
That's true, because X4 was arguably the best X. It was the one that put everything together. If they ended with just X1 through X4, it probably would have been one of the better 2D side scrollers that we'd seen. X5, I loved X5's story, but with no real jump in animation or difficulty, it was frustrating. The story was great. The references and the nostalgia of Plum from the previous Mega Mans, great. It was executed poorly, though. Poorly executed.
I just
and
like
then
the fact
6
that
was just 6 jumped the shark. 6 was really where the shark jumped. So when they tried to redeem themselves with 7, and they finally did with 8, by the time 8 gets there, it took too long. But that's Capcom.
it's not even just that, bro. They didn't want to pay for it. You remember that RPG game that came out along the same time, Command Mission?
Oh, that has created such a problem with the story and the fan lore. But that's a whole nother conversation.
No, it's an alternate timeline, but a lot of people didn't catch that it was an alternate timeline because the shitty way they explain things in the game. But it doesn't fuck with the story. It's an alternate timeline. Anyways, all right. So here's the thing: Capcom wouldn't even give Keiji Inafune a full budget, so they told him, "Okay, it's time for Mega Man to be put into different formats." Because we've noticed he does really well in RPGs. But Zax, Mega Man doesn't have a lot of RPGs. Bullshit. Actually, the Mega Man Battle Network series, the Mega Man Star Force series, and I'm forgetting one, those are all RPGs, and there was more of them than there were of the original numbered Mega Man titles. Combined, they're at Mega Man RPG number 9 right now, or 8, and that was back as early as 2006 or 7. So for some dumbass reason, they thought it'd be a good idea because they just didn't want to have 3D people working on the fucking game. That's why Inafune got fucked, because Inafune was in charge, and this man literally has only made or worked on 3 3D games, and he never gets the people who've been making only 3D games from Capcom. He did Mega Man Legends 1, Mega Man Legends 2, then he went directly into his third 3D game, Mega Man X7, which crazy to think about, but that's what happened. So they made him split the budget for those games. So even though X8 fixes a lot of issues, that's one of the main reasons why the animation quality of the characters and why the natural, attention it got was so low, because there was practically no promotion. They gave 3 review copies, one to GameSpot, one to IGN, and I think one to Destructoid. That was it. They made no YouTube promotion or advertisement. They didn't do any type of commercials and none of that shit. But they still have that Blue Bomber 20th anniversary commercial running, even though by the time it stopped airing, it was anniversary 23 or 25. It was weird. So here's the thing: people who slept on it because they're used to the bigger systems. On the Game Boy side of things, Mega Man was holding it down. He had an RPG franchise. Zero got his own story. Zero's story ended, and they made a whole nother story called ZX Advent. So basically, while Mega Man is fucking up in 3D, he had close to a dozen games or more cleaning up money for Capcom because it sold toys, the game sold well, it sold TV shows, and it sold manga and everything in between, from card games to little kids sticker tattoos, all that shit. Mega Man Battle Network 2 went up to 5 games. However, they had a DS game that was a remake of 5 that had both parts. So technically, you could look at it as 7 because there were 6 games in GBA, and then there was a remake of 5 on the DS, and it had voice acting. Then they went into the Star Force series. Star Force had 3 games, but you know how this shit works. It's really 2 different games, so 6 titles right there. So and then there's Zero series, which went to 4, and the ZX series, which went to 2. So that's almost 20 games that did relatively well or were just made with a decent budget and did well. And then they canceled Mega Man Legends 3 even though, as I mentioned, on the portable side of things, Mega Man does extremely well. And Mega Man is now just left in this bullshit limbo of Capcom recognizes how much money he makes, but they don't want to fuck with him unless it's 2D, which annoys the shit out of everyone. But they keep implying that they're working on Mega Man X9, but that annoys the fuck out of people, because if you are, you need to say so you can get feedback and you can build up hype and interest and attention. But instead, they're gonna keep re-releasing all of their old shit that was 2D. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with that, because a lot of that shit didn't even make it to the DS. It was just on the GBA. And those are actually doing well, especially the digital copies of that shit. But Capcom is stupid, as we all know, when it comes to interpreting their fans. It's been I think about 5 producers and 4 directors or designers, whatever you want to call them, have stated Capcom thinks about making sequels based on if the most recent title of that game sold well, which is a dumb and illogical frame of reference. Because Darkstalkers was supposed to get a new game in 3D this whole time. Darkstalkers could have been the game that played the closest to Marvel vs. Capcom without a Marvel vs. Capcom title. But because the 2D scale-up and online version didn't sell well for them, they're not doing it. Bitch, you didn't even advertise that it came out. You did exactly what you did with the Mega Man 3D X games. You gave a few review copies out. You did barely any promotion and told people, hey, you have to buy it or we can't make a new one. Bro, that doesn't incentivize shit. Rant over.
No, it's a fair rant. But just to comment on the 3D Mega Mans, Legends 1 and 2 weren't horrible games. That's the sad thing about it. Legends 1 and 2 weren't like complete dumpster fires.
No, they weren't. But the problem is that Mega Man was too different for people to want to care about him. So he was building up a new audience. But the dumb part is that Inafune wasn't even, really up for trying to make another one. He didn't want to make he did want to make a Legends 3, but then he stopped wanting to make a Legends 3 when, like I said, 2D was just pissing money.
Right, and then the Darkstalkers. I'm glad you brought up Darkstalkers because that's an underrated fighting game series. And that did not get the sequel that it deserved. It never got that sequel because Capcom just scrapped it. And, I mean, Darkstalkers would have done really well. It would have ran that engine that was very similar to the MVC or even the Capcom SNK engine very well.
Hey, let me ask you guys something. Did any of y'all notice that Morgan is more famous than the actual Darkstalkers franchise?
She's more famous. I find it interesting that she's more famous than Dimitri, when Dimitri's like the biggest thing on the damn Night Warriors cover that I bought. Because I bought the Saturn game and there's Dimitri. You thought that Dimitri was the main character.
Oh, by the way, let me ask you something.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that Morgan is because
they like slutty shit.
There you go. Just answered your own question.
Yeah, it's no. I mean, I know she's more popular, but the fact that she got more popular, because first off, don't get me wrong, this is premium 90s grade Japan. So if you ever wanted to see true objectification of women, look no further than 90s Japan. Oh, it's way worse now. No, the fuck it's not. It started in the 90s. It just got popular. But when it comes to Darkstalkers, they purposely made shit smutty. Like, they tried to do shit with Cammy, where they had her licking her tongue at the screen and shit, which is fucking weird. But that was just not even a slither of the true depravity. But then when you get to Darkstalkers, there is no woman in there except BB Hood, who isn't a woman technically. There's no woman in that whole game that isn't somewhat smutty. On some level, not because of their character, but because the designer just wanted something to get a boner to. It's that simple. It really is. But the fact that Morgan stood out that much is really what gets me, because it's not like I'm saying, well, I think this chick's prettier than that chick. It's the fact that every other female character is pretty much objectified that same way on some level. But what made her so damn special? But if you stop and think about it, yeah, you can't really put Felicia in a lot of PG-13 things. Like, Felicia was just I know she has the ability to transform on some level between her cat human thingy, or or an actual human presence, or at least it's implied. But they seem to have forgot that whole middle ground human shit.
Dude, the crazy thing about Felicia is the amount of effort, amount of attention they put into making her jiggle. That's what I'm like, this is unnecessary.
Oh no, it's totally necessary. Perverts will be perverts. Let's not forget. Well, I know y'all haven't seen Akiman.
Well, let's be fair. The reach in the Felicia situation. Felicia was a nun that got naked to fight. I don't know who thought that was gonna fly in America.
Good point. That's actually true, because it's like I said, it's been a while since I played these games, but I remember these characters. But
Yeah, James, let me know after this is over, if you think your machine is strong enough to run MVC, or like I said, I can just get you my copy, because I ain't gonna lie, I am not really playing 4. Like, I try to avoid playing 3 for this video. I just let the computer beat me up on the highest difficulty on training mode, because if I start playing 3 again, that little spark might show back up, and then I'm gonna lose track of time and shit. I still love these games. I genuinely do, but fuck, Infinite, it'll suck your soul, because you can see so much potential, and once you see it, you're gonna realize how much of it they wasted. It's like Michael Jordan with broken legs. You know the potential, but them legs though.
right.
But yeah, all right, Reggie, go ahead and let us know. And second verse, same as the first. Every time you answer a question, make sure that you say what the question is before you answer it.
All right, give me 90 seconds to grab some water.
No problem. While you're doing that, okay, James, you on a laptop or you got a PC now?
I don't have a PC yet. Give me another couple weeks, and I should have a PC powerful enough to run.
Bruh, do you got a laptop?
Yeah, but it sucks. It's dual core. It's not even like quad core. So,
How old is it?
it's current gen, but the
No, I mean,
GPU
like, when
is
did it
just
come
integrated graphics.
No, I mean, when did it come out, bro?
Like 2018.
And is it one of them like shitty Best Buy store-bought shits, or is it like some Alienware stuff?
Basic office computer, because I wasn't really into gaming. I just needed something for.
Well, yeah, same with me. I got an Alienware, and people get mad at me for not having a billion games. I was like, y'all understand this is a work unit, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you got a PS4?
Not yet. Like I said, I got to get back into gaming because I got so busy with everything. I just wasn't really
it's
gaming
fine.
that much.
It's fine. Like, you and me already know the situation. Work/education always comes before gaming, unlike the rest of the ADD world out there. So yeah, we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. But I'll provide you with some things in the meantime whilst you're waiting. All right, Reggie, you got your water. Go ahead and get into it.
All right, let's get started. Oh, all right.
For the record, since you're gonna be talking, come off of push to talk and just set it to voice activity so your hands don't cramp up.
Let me change to voice activity. Give me a second. All right. We're at voice activity. Let's begin. All right. It's Reggie here. I'm going to start from the beginning with part 1. What features do you think they should bring back and why? Outside of the 3v3 obviousness, if that's the right word, I am, as far as fighting games go, I am a man that's all about choices. So
yeah.
that being said, I'm going to smash together the choice of the stone system and crossbreed or cross-reference or hybrid that with the groove system. Go ahead and mash those two together and give, the fighters more options to do more weird stuff, because you obviously want to incorporate the infinity nuttiness, but some people may not. So just give them the option and let the players decide for themselves. And the reason why for that is basically the more choices, the better. All right, part 2. Should story mode return even though in every title after one it gets warped and remains incompleted? Well, if a young writer in the business, and this is like their first opportunity to work on a major game, if they want to take a crack at story mode, have at it. The more opportunity, the better. Just make it optional and leave it at that. I'm not going to deny a young programmer an opportunity at their place of work to make an impact.
Thank you.
If the chance is there, if the opportunity is there, go for it. Part 3. What should be removed or fixed in the current format of MVC, and how would I fix MVCI? All right. How would I fix MVCI? 1, I wouldn't stray so far from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and so far from Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Thank God.
The mistake that a lot of people do with new and improved, they kind of forget what brought them to the dance to begin with. I would look at Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and say, you know what, this worked. I'm going to incorporate this. Same thing with 3. Same thing with Ultimate 3. This worked. I'm going to incorporate this. And that's how I would fix Infinite. Because Infinite, everything that's wrong with Infinite is that they wanted to be so different and so new and bold and all this stuff. They forgot what worked. And oddly enough, or ironically enough, all of the complaints about MVCI was, why did you abandon this? This worked.
Why has thou forsaken me?
Throw this by the wayside. Crazy. Part 4. What characters should be brought back? Personally, I would go the Smash Brothers route and just bring back everybody. And once I bring back everybody on the board, I will look at all of the clones. Like, okay, there are too many people who are like, there are too many characters that are alike. Like, I don't need Bone Claw Wolverine and Adamantium Claw Wolverine. I don't need that. I don't need every single Shoto. So probably won't have Ryu and Ken. Or Ryu, Ken, and Akuma. Or instead, I'll just do Ryu and Sakura and maybe Sean, but Dan's out. There's too many roster spots for joke characters, in my opinion. So once you get rid of the clones and all the joke and gag characters, you should have a pretty decent sized roster. Number 5, part 5. What characters should be updated? To go back to my previous point about using what worked in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I would use what worked because those characters were updated. You'd be like, this worked. And I would just go from there. Who should be removed? Part 6. Who should be removed? Again, the clones of characters. Tone that down, and the roster should be fine. Part 7. What should the final roster number be when a game is completed? I would say between 50 and 65 or 70. And the reason I'm giving that 20 character gap is because I want to leave plenty of room for unexplored characters that's never been in a fighting game or some we haven't seen in a while. Like, for instance, from Third Strike, Necro. Haven't seen him since Third Strike. He'd be interesting, especially in a fight against Dalton, which I spoke about before. It'd just be interesting. And characters like Eagle, haven't seen them in a while.
Ooh, hey,
and
Reggie, hold on.
It may be.
Hold on, let's. I want to tell James about this because this shit, it was funny, but it pissed me off at the same time. Hey, James, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Bro. All right, so I got asked this question just at random throughout my life because, you know, it's going to happen. People like to fantasize about, man, that'd be so cool if such and such did this. So when I get asked, hey, what X-Men do you want to see the most in these games? I would say X-Men. And they would say, well, yeah, but which one? No, X-Men. Well, yeah, but which one? The name of the mutant I want to see is X-Men. No, I know what they are, but which one? I swear to God. It's funny now, but 4 or 5 years ago, it was aggravating as fuck. People don't know that there is a mutant on the roster of X-Men whose code name is X-Man.
That's easy enough to look up. I'm so bad at it.
Bro, last time me and Reddy did this, I had to sit down and explain to someone, Poison and Lilith are not what you think they are. And they still tried to debate me. After I gave them a 20-minute documentary on it.
Wow.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Lilith was always a boy. The creator of Lilith, the same person who made 90% of the Street Fighter II roster, even said he doesn't understand how people mistook Lilith for a boy. First off, I think you fucking lying. But apparently, he was never made aware for years that once Lilith left Japan, everyone made Lilith a woman, including Capcom. Lilith is a boy who is dressed up like Morgan because he came from Morgan. Also, the voice actor for Lilith even said she got the job to play whatever that yo-yo nurse nun looking character from Guilty Gear is, who's actually a boy dressed as a woman, is because Daisuke Ishiwatari, or whoever was in charge of casting, felt she would be a natural fit since she had already done a character just like them. The only character she's done in her repertoire in the 90s, and actually her whole career, that's even remotely similar to fucking that little, whatever his name is, yo-yo kid from Guilty Gear, is Lilith. But he kept trying to fight me on it. It's like, I got the book on Capcom's character biography right here. Bro, everyone knows those books only go by what North America has established. That's why people still don't know Zangief is gay. They don't even hide it in Japan. But once he left Japan, he magically wasn't gay.
That's hilarious.
I'm just sad that I accidentally overwrote that audio though, but Reggie was there. It happened.
Wow. Wow.
I get poisoned. I do get poisoned though, because poison is post-op in Japan, but once poison leaves Japan, pre-op in Japan, but once poison leaves Japan, poison is post-op. So that's it. That I get. That I understand. And when Capcom gets asked a question, they don't answer it correctly. They say the characters aren't supposed to know which way unless they're from Final Fight. But that doesn't tell us the answer. But the answer is post-op in Western or outside of Japan, pre-op in Japan. It's that simple.
Well,
You got all that out, Zax, man? You got it out?
Yes, I feel better. Continue.
All right.
I have cereal. It is honey bunches of oat. I am Gucci.
Oh, man. All right. I'm at the end anyway. Part 8. Should it stay 2v2 or go back to 3v3 or do something else? I'm still at the just have both. I don't understand why, like, Capcom versus SNK showed us the way. Like, it could be 1-1, 2-2, 3v3. Why does that have to be a hard choice? I just don't understand that. I would go 3v3. I guess if you want to go the official route, but throw the other two modes in there. Why not?
Okay. Now, with that being said, my cereal bowl is now empty. I bunched up all the honey bunches and I consumed them. So let me just ask you guys both this question, because, well, this is a problem. It's rare for us to do anything together. I think we literally haven't done / spoken with each other all at the same time in close to 12 years at this point.
Yeah, James reminded me about the Ruby Heart incident. I was like, my God, I haven't done that in a while. And it was interesting because, like, doing that Infinite and showing that, like, nobody played with Ruby Heart before that day. I know this. Nobody at Daily played with Ruby Heart. Not a soul.
Okay, so I'm going to just ask you guys this on principle, because I feel like you two are some of the only people who can give me an unbiased answer. Not that, I have a lot of dumb friends. Excuse me. I mean, I got some friends who are south of the Mason-Dixon line, so I don't blame them for what they do, even though I technically could. But when it comes to fighting games, I get too many stereotypical opinions. This game is the shit. Every other game is in the garbage because this game doesn't do this. And it turns out that person just sucks in that game, so that's why they're saying that shit. I hate that. But there may come a time, and a lot of people think it already started, where we get another Marvel vs. Capcom. Because Peter Rosas, whose only job is to do things in relation to fighting games, has been spotted coming in and out of a Marvel office. Okay? Mind you, it was after Infinite, and there hasn't been any crossover announcement. But, as you know, I don't trust Capcom. I've made it blatantly clear. It's not that I don't want to. They keep making it easy for me to not trust them. Do you guys think, for the Marvel vs. Capcom enthusiast, out there. Should we just convert over into Dragon Ball Fighter Z? Because even despite the huge ass homing dash flaws, Dragon Ball Fighter Z more consistently respects its audience, despite there being GT characters bullshit. But they more consistently respect their audience. And that's the closest we can get to something that gets updated or is still played, or at least played in heavy rotation. Or should we, stick with the old school MVC games and just hope for the best, or just not give a shit? Because let's be honest, we didn't expect 2 to get a 3, and we still played the shit out of 2 in between then. Like, what do you guys think? Should we jump ship, or should we just stay the course?
Zach, real quick, I want to interject on the Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z.
It ain't perfect, but hey, it worked.
Again, we have to take this one thing into account when we talk about Dragon Ball fighting games. Let's think about how low the bar was for a dope Dragon Ball fighting game.
Why you gotta go there again?
Let's just be fair. Let's just be fair. All right.
Hold on, James. James, do you know you're holding down your button for like 3 minutes? James. Did he glitch out? Reggie, can you hear me? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just try to send him a message letting him know his shit's glitching out or whatever. But yeah, you continue. I can hear you.
All right. The bar for a Dragon Ball fighting game to be dope was pretty low in comparison. It was pretty low. Now, thankfully, Dragon Ball Fighters smashed through that glass ceiling and exceeded expectations greatly. But I can't roll along with the idea that it was going to replace Marvel vs. Capcom. It's like, no. Dragon Ball Fighters or Fighter Z, whichever you want to call it, it came along and filled the void. Marvel vs. Capcom wasn't hot, and it was falling and failing and had netcode issues and all this other stuff. So, like anybody waiting in the wings in business, you working on something, you see what your competition is doing wrong, and you improve on those things, and you come out looking great because you fulfill the need for the public. Makes all the sense in the world. However, to answer the question of should they go to Dragon Ball and abandon Marvel vs. Capcom? I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm still playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm still playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Infinite is okay. I no longer own it, but Infinite is, it was fine for its moment, but it just wasn't for me. I just couldn't get past I could deal with the Infinity Gem or Stone gimmick and deal with the 2v2 aspect, but not both. It just got on my nerves. And then it was missing all of the people that made
just say
so
the X-Men.
great.
Just say the X-Men.
No, because even though like the it was missing some X-Men. The whole movie thing made it make sense. It was like, okay, fine. So you wanted people in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, cool. But there was a consistency issue. You have Thanos, but you don't have Mystique. You have just all these people, and then you have the X-Men. Like, people gotta fight for Wolverine. People gotta fight for Cyclops. How are you saying you're sticking with the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Storm you gotta fight for? Cyclops is nowhere to be found. Sabretooth is nowhere to be found. It just, to me, it just seems like a lie. Like, like you had people who didn't want to put all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe characters in there, but it just comes out like somebody didn't want to do the work. And how do you not put Deadpool in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, knowing like his movie is mad popular?
Oh, well, they just couldn't find the right functions for them.
But you have Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So all the info was there. And then if you want to go if you want to go MVC route, okay, cool. Why do you not have Beast? Why do you not have Juggernaut? Especially at the height of the "I'm the Juggernaut, bitch" meme. How do you not have that?
To be fair, they probably might have wanted to distance themselves from that one.
But that's what made like, you can't say, I'm trying to do all these things to bring attention to my product and then judge those attention-getting factors. Now, you could have had Juggernaut in the game. Juggernaut didn't have to say the line, but you could have just had him in the game. Whoever was going to play the game was going to say the line.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm done. I'm not gonna rant on your show. Go ahead.
No, it's fine if you do it. I still, I kind of wanted to know, do you think we should wait or just jump ship to Fighter Z, which you didn't actually answer?
Play the old games. Don't hold your breath for a new one, but just know that a new one is coming.
Probably. All right, James, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but, the same question goes out to you.
About Fighter Z.
Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, should we be jumping ship or should we just wait it out because, something's gonna happen, hypothetically, potentially, possibly?
I mean, I'm with what Reggie said. Play the old games and just see what happens at this point.
Say again?
Oh, I was just saying, play the old games and let's just see what happens at this point. But I do think that Jump Force and Fighter Z are going to be the new games that take over that spot competitively.
I agree with you on Fighter Z. Jump Force, I politely disagree. Here's why. Arena fighters don't translate well in competitive settings. They
Very
just
true.
don't.
Very true.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'll support that statement with a question. Has any of you all been to or even heard about a Jump Force tournament or Naruto Shippuden tournament or a Budokai tournament?
Well, not
No.
Jump Force. Jump Force is shit. Naruto, yes, but it wasn't the Arena Fighter. It was the Gekto Ninja Tyson games, which were exclusive to the GameCube. And that was a long time ago. And, you know, to me, I think, well, just to piggyback, I think you are right, Reggie, but also it's a matter of money, which is why Xenoverse is not going to stop. Because despite people saying, well, Fighter Z is just a better fighter, you guys don't want to try Fighter Z just because you don't like the idea that you can't just fly everywhere. Like, no. There's two different audiences playing those games. Xenoverse pisses far more money than Fighter Z ever can or will because it has a different player base. And that player base is almost 2 to 3 times. There are people who buy Fighter Z just because there's one character they like, even though they play 3 at a time, don't even buy any DLC, and probably don't even remember that they have the game until a new DLC character they might buy or play comes out. That don't happen with Xenoverse. Xenoverse, you're building a character, or you can play the characters, learn their moves, customize, and mix and match. Xenoverse is basically an adventure RPG that just has fighting that is similar to what you would see in competitive or in arena style. And the DLC game is dummy stupid. But you don't see no fighting tournament and shit like that for them for one simple reason. Namco Bandai is not funding it. That's it. That's the only reason. Namco Bandai has not put forth any form of a league format. Capcom didn't need to make a Street Fighter league. It was already going to be a thing. They just want extra money. We all know that. Street Fighter tournaments, almost every Street Fighter tournament that has or will ever be, is not made or funded by Capcom. They're the last people to fucking get involved with their own shit, and it's about them. It's that simple. So, realistically speaking, I'm siding with Reggie, but I'm not denying that it's impossible for somebody else to come in. It's a matter of, are people throwing money at it? Continue.
Arena fighters just plain aren't interesting to watch for long periods of time.
Okay, I thought he was gonna have more to it, but you know, you went through a lot before I jumped in, so. Yeah. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Definitely appreciate you guys for coming out. It's been way too fucking long. James, you know, if you want to be involved in this week's podcast, you're more than welcome. The topic's already available. Reg, you know, you technically aren't a member of the podcast crew, but if you want to be one or just pop in for a guest appearance on a few podcasts, we do them once a week. Just say the word and we can get you in, because it doesn't matter what time frame you're on. I can conform to your time frame. So
Cool.
yeah, that being said, I'm gonna close out this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and see you when I see you.
Thanks. Take it easy, guys.
You said it was me.
Okay,
and then
recorder is on. Sean, go.
All right. Well, I don't have much experience with the newer games, but I did stop at 3 and buy junk.
You said
I wait until they come out with good games. But features I wanted to bring back, I think simple is better, but it's not the point from an old game that I want them to bring back. I want them to put a feature from another of their games into this one. More like, Street Fighter 5, and they did that whole, they can activate certain abilities and stuff. Basically, put that
Oh shit, you want them to have stances?
into Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh shit, V-Trigger, you want them to have stances? Damn, that's actually pretty cool. That would suck to balance, but that's pretty cool.
Well, I mean, just think about this also. And, instead of getting X Factor to fucking everyone, you can give it to Wolverine. X Factor. you a little bit of healing, a little bit of power. It's for Wolverine. And then you can balance out Cyclops where instead of he's beaming the shit out of you, you make it where he has weaker beams, and then you have to activate the ability to get stronger beams to make you able to combo more. You can balance shit out with like that. So basically, it's just kind of the whole thing. They could have done something with what they already have, but they did it for a different game where it shouldn't actually be. But that's the only thing I figure on feature because I think simple is better. 2 did, but they have to bring something from another game. I think they should bring probably what.
Say that again. You broke up.
I said basically what if they have to bring back anything, they should stick with with what they did with 2 since that was their best game. All what they did with that. But they need to bring something. It should be in their existing game from Street Fighter 5 and bring abilities and stuff like that and all that stuff into here. I think it would work better with X-Men characters and all that stuff. So Wolverine can activate X Factor on him because it's his ability. If Cyclops uses it, he'll get better chances for combo with his beam. Without his ability activated, he can't. Making it where you can get past his beams and they don't do much damage. So you can balance, make it a lot easier to fight against other characters. Characters that are supposed to have a certain ability that you would like to see implemented better. But that's what I'm just saying on that part. Like you can give if a character has reflective abilities, projectiles, you can give them that ability. It's not OP as long as it's only on that one character.
Thank you.
But that's all I'm saying on that. I mean, I think adding X Factor to everything, moronically stupid.
Dude, fucking Virgil is one of the most dangerous characters that they've ever made.
Can we? Let's not go. No, I don't want. Nope. Let's not get into that.
Oh shit! you having some type of Virgil flashback and shit?
No, I'm not. There's many MVC 3 tournaments I went to. I'm through with that motherfucker.
Let me guess. He was on everybody's team.
You have, yeah. I don't want to talk about it.
So as I was saying, when Virgil devil triggers, he's one of the only characters who can technically somewhat do a level 4 super combo. He has a level 3 that can only be activated by him being in devil trigger. Here's the thing though. It's like the strongest level 3 in the damn game. Now imagine doing any level of X Factor with that move. You could literally fight somebody, they die, so your opponent got 2 characters left, and now you got 4 bar, turn into Devil Trigger Virgil before their next character even loads into the screen, activate your Devil Trigger, don't even do a combo. What did I say about Light Punch? Hit the Light Punch button, then do his level 3, then do X Factor, and continue up after the level 3, or activate X Factor before you do the level 3, and now you've lost 70% of your fucking HP. Fuck you, Capcom. You did that shit on purpose.
Essentially, he's fucking you with the cactus condom.
Wow.
Well, moving on that. Part 2, should story mode return even though in every title after 1 it gets order remains incomplete? I think they should still do story mode because it's kind of a staple. But they should really do better with the story. Like, they don't have any imagination. Like, they could add in the zombie universe and actually have Jill and all of them fight actual zombie costumes of characters. I think that'd be interesting. And they should really get on this whole dimension thing, except they go into space and they're like fighting with you. They literally have the whole story of Dimension Multiple Earths right there, and they could probably run with that and run it into some new material like the zombie universe.
I'll be dead.
But who knows if they'll ever even get that enchanted idea. But they can go into there, they can come up with a unique way of adding, Resident Evil characters in there into fighting zombie Marvel characters.
I'm still mad they kicked Leon out of MVC3. That shit pissed me off.
But all I'm saying is that they could do that, and it would work. In fact, it would probably work a lot better than anything else because, it exists. Why not use something that actually is there? So basically, that's all I gotta say about part 2. They just need be more creative with the story. And I think that would keep people going. Part 3, what should be removed or fixed format? I really think they should stop doing things like X Factors or the gyms in general. I think it's kind of cheap tactics, and it shouldn't be used for games. They need to slow down gameplay just a tad bit and not make it where if one character gets you with one combo, they basically kill out your entire roster.
They were doing that without him.
Well, the thing is that now it's easier for them to do it.
Ain't this some shit?
I mean, I don't know how many times you sit there and be like, oh, activate X Factor. Now suddenly you're stuck in that wall and you can't get up. And because he's attacking faster, moves that aren't supposed to connect with combos because their combo wasn't supposed to make it into a combo. Combos anyway.
I'd say 90% of my matches.
Basically. But that's all I gotta say about that idea. I just think it's junk mechanic and it really is kind of lazy gameplay. Because then you got people only using, like the gyms, they're only using like 1 or 2 of them because they're the best ones in the game. And the other ones are pretty much on the sideline because they're not useful. I mean, that's kind of like useless gameplay to me. You added something you played with because it sucks. I'd rather have a game where all features are good. You play with those features. That's perfect. If you got features not being used because they're not good as the other features, then you got a problem. Let's see, part 4, what characters should be brought back? I really think they should start with like I said, the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 roster. They should try getting a majority of those characters back. And the biggest problem with Marvel is their copyrights, and they don't have full control over them. They need to really get a handful on. I'm tired of half the characters not even coming back because they're like, oh, well, we lost the copyright. I was like, why? Why did you lose the copyright?
License. Also, they have them all back now.
Well, they have licensing to show Spider-Man, but they don't
but
completely.
Sony's willing to work with them. They got everybody except the Hulk and Spider-Man.
But I'm just saying that now that they have it together, probably now is the best time to do this. Bringing back the old school roster would probably be the best thing ever, because they'll actually bring back old players like the first one. Part 5, what characters should be updated? I think every new game should really do an overhaul on each character. I'm not really too fond of the updated characters right now, so I give feedback.
Say again.
Sir. I can't really give too much feedback on that because I haven't played the updated game.
No, that's perfectly fine. Because first off, Infinite is a trash fire disguised as a polished turd. So
He sounds infinitely static.
That was a nice pun.
you wrong for that. Hold on.
Power
right,
Sex
can you
Who
hear
should
me?
be removed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who should be removed? Like I said, I don't really have too much information as I haven't played
Bro,
updated
it's
games.
not about Infinite. It's about in general who you think should be removed in general.
Really, if they're going to keep making Virgil so OP, you need to remove him.
Fuck you.
It's kind of, well, think about this. It's like you gave the team a character they really love, right? Really like that character. So they want to make him OP as hell. Don't give him that character. The character should not be, one character should not be able to do, well, when he came first to the game, he was doing 90% health damage.
With very little
Now
effect.
he's doing 70% health damage, even though they nerfed him a little bit, but he's still doing more than half your health with
And then
minimal
there's X
effort.
Factor.
You tell me. Don't give him toys they can't play with.
You're not wrong, but I still want Virgil.
Zach, I'm,
Nah, you're not wrong, but I still want Virgil.
I know you do. Part 7,
Virgil.
what should be, what should the final roster completed? Really?
Okay, what if they just make him literally like the last DLC character?
Right.
Boo.
Big surprise.
Fine.
But the roster should really be something that rivals 2. If you don't come close to that, really, it's kind of a letdown. And with nowadays, they're not even doing sprites anymore. They're doing actually 3D, character, which they can just graphically update over time if they felt like it. It's not impossible. It's not like they're doing sprites with over, 3,000 animation. I'm like, you put more effort into making the old game, yet you put less time and effort new game. So I don't see how it's hard to make the roster rival the second.
How many?
And with DLC characters should be a minimum of around 5 to 6 characters. The game is doing very good. I'm guessing that they could do seasons, but I think seasons are outplayed. Flunk that's already in its
Hey, Sean, disconnect and reconnect because you cutting in and out. Hello? Yo, can you hear me? Okay, yeah. I hope he didn't restart his phone.
I hope so too.
Let me. Oh, there he goes. Okay, now try talking.
Is it better?
Yeah, closer you are to your modem too also helps. All right, so just to continue where you left off, you said minimum 5 to 6 DLC characters. Now, final roster total, how many do you want to see?
Like I said, it should rival the second game. So probably around 45 to 50 characters.
Okay, fair enough.
That would give, everyone incentive to probably play it a lot more.
Hey, are you on voice activity or push to talk?
Just straight speak talk. soft phone, so whatever my phone.
Okay. All right. All right. Go ahead and bring us home. What do you want as far as on screen? 2v2, 3v3, something else? What?
I think it should be 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3, whatever. It basically be if you want a personal fight, 1 versus 1. If you want more, 2 versus 2, 3 versus 3 for old school. Why not? But the biggest thing is that you need to I think they need to minimize or certain I guess nerf or buff like health to make it where if you're playing 3 versus 3, it feels like it's playing 1 versus.
Another throwback, kind of, sort of. So what you're saying is they could do ratio mode from Capcom versus SNK too.
Yes.
I kind of want to see that.
But yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with what I said. So.
Okay. Set yourself to push to talk now, and all right, Angry, bring us home gently.
All right, gonna bring y'all home now, man. This is a lot of great interpretations you guys made. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off, go part 1 real quick. So what features do the thing should bring back and why? What I think they should bring back is the ability to unlock characters by playing through arcade mode and or story mode.
Yes, I like that.
Because I feel like
it's fun.
We feel like why we buying the game for, all we're gonna do is fucking buy DLC, or they're gonna incorporate DLC. So I'm getting tired of that shit. Like, let me feel accomplished. Let me feel like I made my money's worth in buying this game, and to actually feeling like there's some stuff in the game. So bringing back unlockable characters through gameplay, they should bring that back in the game. And that's all I got to say about part 1. That's probably the only thing I want them to bring back. Should story mode? Should part 2 should story mode return? Even though, yes, please bring back story mode. What they should do is spend more time into making a very detailed and just making the story mode more like digestible. You can't just be playing it and just be like, what the fuck happened mid game? They was getting somewhere in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, but then they lost me towards the end of it, because at that point I would call it bad timing for releasing the game, because before they released the game, we didn't get why the fuck they added the stones to the game until we saw Marvel, the whole Marvel trilogy that came out, the Infinity Stones. Come on, this way. Once they released the movies, it was just like, okay, now we get why the stones are in the game. But at that point, it was bad time. They could have released MVCI after the Marvel universe came out, when they started introducing the stones. If they spent more time on a story mode, they would have a better story mode. Part 3, what should be removed or fixed? What they should remove is nothing. Everything should be fixed, because it's coming to a point now where there's a lot of things that we don't like in the game. Like, for me, I hate infinite combos. Now, who wants to learn an infinite?
Wait. Let's back up for clarity's sake. Do you mean you hate the combo structure in Marvel Infinite, or do you hate infinite combos?
I hate infinite combos, which is why I turned me away from the Marvel games.
Dude, here's something I've never understood. I don't know if you picked it up or not, but the strategy guide for Ultimate vs. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, there's a combo section. They do that for fighting games. They literally give you 4 different infinites in that strategy guide. I'm like, why the fuck did you do this?
That's why I fucking hated that game. Like, I literally bought that game. I sold it like maybe 3 weeks after having it, because for one, they didn't have Ken in the game, and 2, all these combos and no room for like no defensive movements to get out of those said combos turned me off from the game. And I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. That's pretty much it. What happened?
They really need Dan, the man.
Outta
They
here
were
with
really
that
missing
bullshit.
They was really missing Dan. Like I truly enjoyed Dan in MVC2. I really enjoyed him.
Fuck both y'all.
He was an
Y'all
underdog.
use Dan on me, I'm murdering you on principle.
Dan is the true underdog. Like I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Yeah, that's pretty much it for part 3. Part 4, what characters should be brought back? This is a tough one because there are a lot of characters in the game, but since the recent game they didn't have a lot of characters I wanted, they should bring back the X-Men. But I knew why they couldn't bring them back due to licensing and all that stuff. But you can easily get characters back by having a conversation with said companies. But they can bring back Gambit because we've been missing him. Storm, I was so tired of using her as an assist character. Yeah, those are probably some of the ones I could bring back because fuck all the stuff that they brought out. Like I was glad that they added Black Panther to Marvel's Capcom Infinite, Monster Hunter to all that stuff. What happened?
What about Squirrel Girl?
I wasn't with it. I was not with it. I feel like they should go ahead and just do limit. I wouldn't say limit all the characters, but like limit all the characters that you know. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Move on to part 5. What characters should be updated? This is perfect. Characters that should update: Dante, Magneto, Akuma, Ryu, Zero, cause fuck Zero. Fix him all the way the fuck up.
You can never reach a star without Zero, my hero. I see your salt. I taste your salt. It is the salt of bitches.
Fuck you and that Mega Man bitch.
Hey, you don't gotta worry about that. Mega Man already got fucked, but not Zero though.
I enjoy Zero on Marvel's Capcom 3, but fuck him in the update. How about that? Yeah, man. They should fix Hagar because he lacked a lot of stuff after the update. Fix Hulk. Man, it's a lot of characters that need to fix because this shit is ass. Fix Wolverine because he was not a good character in Marvel's Capcom 3.
The fuck you talking about? He was killing fools left and right.
He was not good after the update. I'm not trying to hear it. Go to any Marvel's Capcom 3 tournament in recent years. How many people put Wolverine in their team? I'll wait.
Just Wong.
I'll wait.
I said basically just Wong.
No, all they used was Wesker, Zero,
Virgil,
Nemesis,
Akuma,
Jill, Virgil, Dante.
Akuma.
They barely used Akuma. They didn't use the legacy characters like that, man. And Wolverine he's my all-time favorite character. I've been using him since Marvel Street Fighter vs. X-Men. Domino, this way. Domino, this way.
You named your dog Domino?
No, that's my girlfriend's family dog. I'm told you I'm visiting them this month.
Ah, got you.
But yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I think that's good for all I got for part 5. Who should be removed? Frank West should be removed, unfortunately. Phoenix Wright should be eliminated, should be removed from the game, unfortunately.
I forgot to say he needs to be up. Yeah, I object, but technically objection. I say that he should be updated because his playstyle right now is fucking stupid. Like, he's a good fit. Like, he's stupid.
Character. I'm not trying to hear it. He should be an assist character. I'm not trying to hear from nobody about Phoenix Wright. He's nope, assist character all the way.
Phoenix ain't no fuckboy. He can't be no assist.
And you know what? I'm gonna bring it back to part 1. Features assist characters.
Man,
I enjoyed that shit. Who else should be removed from the game? Virgil should be removed.
Oh my fucking
unless
God,
unless he
every
becomes
damn time.
unless he becomes a boss character in the game. You know, you play Tekken 5, right?
It would have to be like Virgil mixed with Fear itself.
You play Tekken 5, right?
Yeah, no, I don't play Tekken shit, but I know what you.
Okay,
I know what you mean.
okay. So in Tekken 5, the boss in the story mode was Jinpachi Mishima. When he was possessed and he did all this extra shit in the game, he was doing ridiculous shit. Like he practically a cheat character, but you can never unlock that part of him. You cannot unlock that character. But when they released Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, they made him a selectable character, but they removed all of the stuff that made him a fucked up character. Or made him a bad character, like shooting unlimited fireballs in his fucking stomach and all that stuff. So, yeah, he should be removed unless he becomes a boss character.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck you.
You're about to win. He uses Time Stone and he just kills you with 50 hit combo.
Right. Like do some fucked up shit like that, but you have to they have to make him like have a pattern so you know when to attack. Like make that shit challenging. If you're gonna keep Virgil in the game, make him useful and not easy. Yeah,
He's useful because he's easy.
Dude, you can get him like absorb like Silver Surfer's powers. And he'd be like all silver in demon mode.
He's on something with that one.
And then he can phase through some of your attack.
Like make him a boss character, and make it. I wouldn't say like make him like a busted ass boss character, but like make him a boss character and not have him do all the bullshit he done in 3. Other than that, that's probably my last list on who to remove from any game in the future. What should the final roster number when the next game is completed? Let's make it 65.
What
the
fuck?
69.
Let's make it 69.
Dude, god damn.
Let's make it 65. Now, hear me out. Nobody was fucking complaining about it when Smash was doing it.
Everyone was complaining about it.
Fuck
They were
that.
smashing.
Smash players, they're gonna play whatever character they play. Like people said they don't have mains anymore in Smash. They just play who they feel comfortable with. And sometimes people play fucking 55 characters at once. And that's okay. The reason why I say 65 is not because of the fact that it's a very large roster and it can overwhelm anybody. You can, like I said, if they can bring back the features of unlocking characters or secret characters in the game like they did at Marvel vs. Capcom 1, I believe.
Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and X-Men vs. Street Fighter.
Right, they had secret characters. You go off the palette and you got extra characters. Like, if they can do that shit, they can do that. But, you know, when I say 65 characters, I mean, like, you can unlock those characters, but also it saves room for guest characters. Now, those are things that you can make into DLC. It's the guest characters.
Like, give me Luke. I didn't watch the movies, but I'll play this fuck out of Luke.
So if they add like
we're gonna play the silver trooper where she'll die off screen.
Jesus fucking Christ. But like let's just say like they add like fucking Tomb Raider or some shit to the game, like just some off the wall shit. Like you just bring in those fans. Like bringing those people that like, you know what, I used to play this back in the arcades, but you know what, they just looking promising over here. Like bring back some of the stuff that we like. So that's why I'm like, you know what, instead of making a roster, maybe
Adventure Time,
shit like that. Instead of like making a roster like 37 to 50, like now we gonna bump that shit up to 65, just to make room for the guest characters and for those secret characters that are in the game. Or that could be unlocked in the game, but you have to go through like some shit to unlock some of these characters, or you can just buy the guest characters. I would hate to say that, but you got to bring in some money. Bring in some money at the end of the day. But I think Capcom should dial it back a little bit as far as like, oh man, all this stuff takes money. We have a lot of people doing it. It's like, nope, y'all gonna have to take a pay cut. And then y'all gotta take a pay cut to make a good game. And then once y'all make a good game, guarantee that money gonna come with it. But since y'all so fucking money hungry, that's why y'all games are failing. Like Street Fighter 5, this shit sucks.
I don't know what's worse, Street Fighter 5 with a net code. Damn!
Man, anything surrounding that shit sucks. It's horrible. I stopped playing that shit. Yes, fuck that game. I'm so done with Street Fighter 5. Yeah, like they have to dial it back some and actually make a good game before they start wondering about, man, all the updates requires people and people got to get paid for their time. Well, guess what? You wasting people's time by having us buy this shit, and now your game is idle. Y'all have to kill a whole entire server because your game is just that bad and you're not bringing too much traffic to it.
The thousands and millions of people who play the game, count that much hours that you've wasted, and you've wasted more time than you ever would making the game.
Right.
Damn.
Maybe. No. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because a lot of us play the game, we waste our time playing the games that are bad in hopes of the game getting better. Like Overwatch.
You just trying to make people hit the dislike button, ain't you?
Or Fortnite.
Stop trying. You already succeeded with Overwatch.
Don't blame me for the reason why people gonna dislike this shit. No, some people I'm like, no, that is kind of true because people always like they make games now to make quick bucks, and it's like, yo, what happened to the quality of games instead of the quantity of games? That's why 2K is starting to fail because like we're just gonna drop a game and just make it look good and not fix what needs to be fixed.
I'll tell you what happened. It got cheap like China.
Fair.
I don't know how to interpret that one, so I'm not even gonna touch it.
But yeah, man, I had to go off on a tangent with that one because like I like to play some Capcom games, but I haven't had a good time playing anything after Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I take that back. Capcom versus SNK 2000. So moving on to part 8, should it stay 2 versus 2 or go back to 3v3? Man, I will like my homeboy said, man, give us the option to pick that and balance it out as we see fit because Tekken did it well. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 did that pretty well. Like if you want to just play a single character or you want to use 2 characters, and they just balance it out to see fit, whether if you got 1 character, add more buffs to it as it would oppose if you was playing against them 3 characters, or 2 characters versus 3, add buffs and nerfs to those characters and all that stuff, and it'll just pretty much balance out the game if those options are available. So I would think that if we can have those options of whether or not we want to go 2 or 3 or maybe 1 would be best for that game. I think that is it.
Gotta let out the talk.
Okay. Shit. Hey, I'm glad you guys could show up. This is actually gonna be easier to edit than I thought it would be. But if you guys get any closing statements or if you got any ideals or whatnot that you want to see happen, in Marvel, feel free to bring them up. The only thing I can think of is, and I know it's gonna be the oldest cliche ever, but I want some form of an adventure mode. Or just something that gives me an RPG element feel. I don't care if it's like a tower climber fighter bullshit. Oh, you're level 1 and you got to get to 100 with the character and you get some special color or some special costume. I want cosmetic, like if I do go through this tournament of 100 character beatdown and my character levels up and gets stronger and I got to pick what stats I want to increase. If I beat level 100 in the final boss and shit, I want to get like some special costume. I want some type of situation kind of like Dead or Alive. And no, I don't mean the bad parts about Dead or Alive before anyone goes there. I want to be able to unlock something in the game for the characters. And I want it to be more than just, oh, look, you got a new shade of blue. Yes, I get that that's interesting and that can be cool and fun, but why not let me do something that lets me unlock the ability to custom color the character? Bro, I've been waiting on custom color character option to show up in a 3D fighting game since I found out it was in Capcom versus SNK 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. That is true.
Praise the Lord.